Last time on Freddy in Dragon Ball, Freddy battled his way through the challenging 21st Tenkaichi Budokai. After making it to the finals, he battled Jackie Chan, a disguised Master Roshi. Upon his victory, Freddy vowed to never stop training, knowing that if someone as strong as him comes from space, then who knows if someone even stronger than him could come to the planet he's grown to love. Find out what happens next as we dive into the Red Ribbon Army saga.
Hey you, no, the guy behind you. Of course I meant you. Are you bored and want people to talk to? Do you want to share your well-thought ideas with people who will listen? Do you want to know everything that's to come regarding the Sir Wumbo YouTube channel? Then join the Discord server today! It's a fun spot to interact with people and share your ideas instead of relying on a pesky YouTube comment chain. I also hear that Sir Wumbo himself is pretty active on there, and gives his thoughts on ideas presented in the channel meant specifically for them, along with a place to help people who want to learn more about this very platform. I also hear there's some secret channels, one for mods, one for collaborators, and even one for the elusive writing team. You'll want to look out for that one because some spots have just opened. Come join the server and present your best ideas, and maybe you can join the writing team. Freddy sets out to find Grandpa Gohan's 4-star Dragon Ball. Much like Goku, he'd still consider it a memento/heirloom. I also think Freddy would protect the land from the Red Ribbon Army. Ultimately, it leads to him finding the Dragon Ball, getting shot out of the sky by Silver, and then whooping Silver. And then, because he can read, he'd be able to find which capsule the plane is. And then I still think he'd also use the capsule with the robot, just so, you know, the robot can fly the plane. He doesn't know how to fly a plane. But I do think it would leave Freddy disappointed, just knowing that, you know, the robot's not sentient like he is. A sense of loneliness, I guess you could say. The plane would still crash because the robot pilot would freeze up, but Freddy can't freeze like Goku does. However, because he's still lost and doesn't have his dragon radar, I still think Suna would find him and Freddy would go with her to her village. Mostly because he's concerned for her, like he doesn't want her to freeze or die out here, so he just wants to make sure she returns home safe. As the goons arrive to Suna's house searching for Freddy, because they'd still know he's on the way or he showed up, Freddy would protect Suna and her mother from the Red Ribbon Army. But upon learning that A, children are being endangered, and B, children are being separated from their fathers, I think this would make Freddy angry. He doesn't want any other child to lose what he lost. In this enraged state, Freddy's eyes go completely black with only white dots, and as he steps outside, without a word being said, he heads off to Muscle Tower. Freddy would arrive at Muscle Tower, and upon seeing the number of goons, he would debut his newest technique, the pizza wheel. In his spare time, Freddy managed to use both Remnant and Ki to create these constructs. And while he's capable of recreating this attack specifically, the amount of pizza is random each time, and he hasn't been able to create anything else. Freddy swiftly defeats the guards before making his way into Muscle Tower, where he finds more guards. Who'd have thunk? In this enraged mode, Freddy is quickly dispatching of people, albeit non-lethally, as he still doesn't want to kill anyone. However, that does not stop the camera feed from portraying what appears to be a mauling at the hands of a bear. While ascending the tower, Freddy comes face to face with the Terminator. Being honest, in this state, Freddy wouldn't play around, so he'd likely just blast little bro to smithereens upon learning he's a robot that's programmed to hurt others. He'd figure it out pretty quick too, as he's a little bit more intuitive than Goku is at this point in time. After seeing Freddy make much quicker work of Metallatron than Goku did, I think Freddy would go to the 4th floor, Ninja Murasaki would realize Freddy wouldn't put up with his tricks, and he'd release Ader much quicker. Freddy would be ready to fight Ader, but upon realizing he doesn't want to fight, I think this would snap Freddy out of his current state after finding out there's other beings like him that are capable of thinking for themselves. He's finally learning he's not alone after like 10 to 12 years of being the only being like him. Of course though, after hearing Ninja Murasaki threaten Ader, Freddy would slap the shit out of him. He definitely wants to keep Ader alive, knowing what he knows now. The maze would go the same as with Goku, as well as falling into the trap door. Upon seeing the monster, which I think is pronounced Bion, I don't know, that's how it's spelled, but I'm not gonna deal with that. Freddy would not think to freeze him like Goku does, because Freddy can't get cold. He wouldn't realize that it could help him. However, I do believe because Freddy is heavier, after after trying to fight the monster for a while, since he won't get tired, he's just gonna keep trying and trying. Eventually, he's gonna create a hole in the wall. Basically, monster still freezes, Freddy gets up, and then Freddy finds a way to get Ada up, essentially the exact same as with Joker. Okay, so Freddy beats the hell out of White, and if he uses the village chief as a hostage, as soon as the gun is pointed elsewhere, Freddy would speed blitz him, disarm him, and then send him flying at 6 shit-zillion times the speed of light. Things would go pretty normal after this. Ada gets the bomb removed from his body, gives Freddy the Dragon Ball, and Freddy returns to Bulma to get the Dragon Radar repaired. However, I doubt that would be all they talk about. Until then though, let the hunt for the 4-star Dragon Ball continue.